Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now begin our awards ceremony. The first award of the evening will be presented by Michael Schenk. He is the Director of Media Strategy at Climate Nexus in New York City. Previously, Michael served as the Associate Director for Legislative Affairs at the Friends Committee on National Legislation. Michael is an adjunct faculty and board member at George Mason University's School for Conflict Analysis and Resolution. Board member at Communities Without Boundaries International and senior fellow at the Just Jobs Network and the Global Partnership for the Prevention of Armed Conflict. Between 2009 and 2013, Michael served for 4 years as U.S. Congressman Mike Honda's Senior Policy Advisor and Communications Director. Michael writes regularly for The Washington Post, The Daily Beast, The Guardian, U.S. News and World Report, USA Today, The Washington Times, Christian Science Monitor, Politico, Roll Call, The Hill, and Huffington Post, among many others. Additionally, Michael is a frequent on-air analyst for CNN, Fox News, CCTV, Al Jazeera, and RT News. Please welcome Mr. Schenk to the stage.
Anybody know what Ambassador McDonald's secret is to an incredible career in peacebuilding, diplomacy? It's right here on this card. Know what it says? The only way to solve a conflict at any level of society is to sit down face to face and talk about it. It's amazing how difficult that very simple act is in international space, and that's his trick. Well, I'm not going to read this bio. It's amazing. I hope you read it. The cities he's been to and worked in, some of the most conflict-ridden cities and countries that were mentioned already tonight, the positions at the State Department, at the UN, at various universities. I hope you read it. I'm going to be a little different in my time with the ambassador because I feel like if anyone represents Rumi, if I can be so bold, it's the ambassador. And I want to give 2 quotes of Rumi that capture the ambassador's work. The first, "Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, even if you have broken your vows 1,000 times. Come, yet again, come." Supporting what the ambassador said here. Second quote. "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about." I want to note that the ambassador has finally made it in having a conversation with Crystal, his amazing partner, who's been an incredible champion in her own right and for the ambassador. I was asking for some recent anecdotes that may not fall into this amazing bio. And she noted that the ambassador had received what I only ever hoped to receive myself, which is the Alumni Achievement Award from his high school in Honolulu, Hawaii. And when you've gotten that award, you know you've made it, if I may say so. I also want to credit his incredible commitment to this work. We serve on the advisory board together. I unfortunately have to call in from New York City. But who is there before the 8 o'clock start time? Every time I call in on the conference call, without fail, the ambassador is there, committed to the work of conflict analysis, conflict resolution at George Mason University. From Tibet to Tunisia, some of his recent work, if the conflict field could have a Kevin Bacon, 6 degrees of separation, you bet Ambassador McDonald would be that Kevin Bacon, if I may say. He knows everyone. You mention your work, I've done this several times. I talk about the work I'm doing, and it's like, oh, Michael, I want to talk to you. We've got a project on that very topic. This man has done it all. And now for the formal. Ambassador John W. McDonald is the chairman and CEO of the Institute for Multi-Track Diplomacy. Many of you have heard about it, know it. Ambassador McDonald is being respected this evening by the Rumi Forum for his incredible contributions to public service, through his efforts to address the most salient social, economic, and environmental challenges, not only this century, but the previous century. He's been leading initiatives on every topic imaginable, including the basics of clean water and sanitation to the most desperate of need, and formulating strategies to prevent, transform, you name the word, because in the conflict field there are many, from preventing to transforming to resolving national and international conflicts. The Rumi Forum shares in the vital importance of these fundamental ideals and believes that in these difficult and ever-challenging times mentioned by the Commissioner previously, such contributions made through the means of diplomacy, peaceful negotiations, and education are extraordinarily important to reduce inequity, violence, you name the ill. Ambassador, your work at the State Department, your contributions at the United Nations, and numerous educational institutions, and I've had the honor and pleasure to serve with you at those institutions, have inspired the Rumi Forum to honor you with the Extraordinary Commitment to Public Service Award at the 2015 Rumi Peace and Dialogue Awards. Please join me in congratulating Ambassador John McDonald and welcoming him to the stage to accept the award.